26 days remain until Election Day. There's a lot of hyperbole around the day. This is the most important election ever. But wait, I thought the last one was the most important election, and the one before that. This election is monumental. It's significant. It may determine the future of the country. It will shape the next decades of our future. This is the warning. Donald Trump is unhinged, and Donald Trump is perfectly clear. He's going to take away freedom. He's going to punish his political enemies. He's going to do things that no president has ever tried to do to people who disagree with them. It will be a shocking, frightening time. The name of this podcast is The Warning. I have spent 2 years trying to warn people, to warn my fellow Americans without anger, without animus, about the danger that they face. I've been trying to get a message across for the last 2 years. I hope that I've had some success because it's not a complicated message. I've never told anybody what to do, what to think, what to believe. All I've ever asked is that people listen. There's so much screaming, so much vituperation and anger and nonsense. Listening is an essential skill. It is an essential skill in all things. Donald Trump has told us who he is over and over and over again. Yet, for whatever reason, many scores of millions of Americans cannot hear him. They laugh when a chill should be running through their bones because he means it, every word of it. In the last 3 days, Donald Trump has held rallies. He has posted his carefully curated thoughts online. He's appeared on podcasts. With each appearance, with each tweet, Trump reveals his character, who he is. Every parent in the country and every adult, everyone who's voting, remembers a moment in their life when an adult told them, be careful of the company you keep. That who your friends are says something about you. What's the company that Donald Trump keeps? Who's next to Donald Trump? And what does that say about him?
Bill O'Reilly. Do you know Bill O'Reilly? I like Bill O'Reilly. He's a good man. He's a good man. RFK Jr., he's got some good ideas. We love RFK Jr. And Viktor Orban, one of the toughest leaders in the world, but highly intelligent guy, very strong person from Hungary. And I love electric cars. You know why? Because I think Elon is great. Let me tell you, I know all of them. I know President Xi. I know Putin. I know Kim Jong-un of North Korea. Steve Moore was a great guy. Do you know who Steve Moore is? Great economist.
It is a 1776 moment in this country, my friends. We need our George Washington to cross the Delaware. When George Washington did it, they shot bullets at him back then too. Donald Trump is the George Washington of our moment.
Really? George Washington? This guy who crossed the Delaware at night in a snowstorm, leading an attack at the front in a desperate hour? That guy? George Washington, who could not tell a lie? To see these two men compared to each other by a hustler like Ramaswamy is perverse. The lowest, worst man is being compared to the best. What complete and total bullshit. Are you listening? Did you hear him endorse RFK's good ideas, brag about his relationship with dictators, praise Project 2025? Are those the type of people you want roaming the halls of the White House and advising on policy decisions? We know the type of people that Donald Trump likes to keep close. But what about the man himself? One of the most important values, not just in America, but in the concept of society in general, is honesty, honor, decency, truthfulness. Our president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, which has service academies, which mandates to its future officers that they will not lie, cheat, or steal. And if they do, they're disqualified from leading men and women into combat and are kicked out of the military dishonorably. Let's talk about Donald Trump's honesty. He's lying to you. You know that. Listen.
Your child goes to school and they take your child. It was a he and comes back a she. And they do this. And they do it. And often without parental consent. Can you even believe we're saying this?
Lie.
You know, we used to be an all-tariff country in the 1890s, 1880s, 1890s, early 1900s, all tariffs. That was when our country was the richest it ever was.
Lie.
So she didn't send anything or anyone at all. Days passed, no help as men, women, and children drowned.
Lie.
You know, in my 2 last years, we had the cleanest water we've ever had. We had the cleanest air we've ever had.
It's a lie.
And we had the most jobs and the most factories working that we've ever had.
Another lie.
I could be at a gorgeous beach somewhere in the world. There's sun beaming down on this beautiful body in a bathing suit.
And yet, one more lie.
You know, I'm basically a truthful person, but and frankly, no, but frankly,
What a joke. What a joke. A former president of the United States says he's truthful, and the podcast host comedian literally cannot control himself. He bursts out laughing in Trump's face. The greatest and most prolific liar in American history. But it's not just that he's a liar, and it's not just that he's unhinged. It's that he's ignorant. He's unread. He's entitled. Though he claims that he's a genius, he's not. He's a bloviating dummy. Let's watch.
I have a great memory. I can talk about hundreds of things at one time and always get back to that point that you were trying to make. It sounds so wonderful. The wind is bullshit. Her father is a Marxist economist. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, dear. The windmills aren't wind. There's no wind tonight. You can't watch, darling. We're not going to be watching tonight. I actually haven't. I don't think I've been on it yet. I haven't. They're waiting for me. At some point, I'll be on it.
Actually, now that you're mentioning it, I think they should do a double 25th Amendment. Just get them both out. Who's third online?
For the record, they teach this in elementary school civics. The Speaker of the House is second in line to the presidency. Amazing that a former president of the United States didn't pick that up over 4 years. Beyond belief, actually. It's like somehow he has the brain of a 12-year-old and a 102-year-old at the exact same time. Extraordinary. Finally, let's talk about respect. From kindergarten to the football team, to the women's basketball team, to being able to function, the country requires that people in it have respect for it, for our institutions, for each other, for our history, for everything. RESPECT. Respect. Find out what it means to Trump.
That is one dumb woman. Sorry. I'm sorry, women. She's a dummy. This guy was a great student. He was a great soldier. He was a great businessman. He's tough as hell. David, I know you just spoke. Just come here, say like for 2 seconds, because nobody wants to hear you right now. And the women are going to like Trump. I think they like me anyway. I think it's all bullshit. She was so filthy dirty, disgusting. Half the place left. I said I'd never hire her again. But she was so dirty. Every word was filthy dirty. And I left. And then I see her sitting about, oh, Whoopi, oh, what a loser she is. Tampon Tim and Kamala Harris are a true threat to democracy. I'm not the threat to democracy. Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren, remember? She said, I'm Indian. Everyone said, well, do you have any proof? No, I don't want to be nice, you know. Somebody said, you should be nicer. Women won't like it. I said, I don't care.
So what did we all learn? Time and time again, Donald Trump has told all of us, the American people, and everyone in the world exactly and precisely who he is. He is a liar, surrounded by liars. He is a criminal, surrounded by criminals. He is a con man, surrounded by con men. He is indecent and surrounded by indecency. He is a bloviator, a purveyor of nonsense, a spewer of bullshit. He is a man who has denied the result of an election, desecrating his oath of President of the United States, who tried to overthrow the Republic and burn the Constitution to the ground. Donald Trump is a man who's holding secret conversations with the Russian dictator who's waging a merciless war against the nation and kidnapping its children. This is sick. And it's what every president warned us about. Every founding father told us about. What every great leader warned us could happen, could come, if we weren't attentive, if we weren't careful, if we stopped caring about our country, our freedoms. A taker, a demagogue would rise up. And he has. Donald Trump is a dangerous man. Donald Trump has shown us who he is and has told us what he will do and to whom he will do it to. It's time to end this madness with the most powerful weapon that exists in the world, the vote of an American citizen to bring out of the wrong the right. This is the warning. Vote. 26 days to go. I'm Steve Schmidt. This is the warning, and I invite you to subscribe on our Substack, on our YouTube channel. Follow us. Welcome to the community.